All right, I was born and raised in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and that's right next to Oklahoma. And my grandpa Durham was on the jury duty of Judge Parker's jury duty, the hanging judge. And Oklahoma was a territory at that time. Old people get off on rabbit trails, if you know what I mean. But I was born and raised up in Fort Smith, and we ended up in Mississippi. And did I tell you, I think I did, what has four eyes and can't see? Mississippi. My wife bought me this shirt for my Christmas about 10 years ago, and I love it. That's why I wear it so much. Now, I hope I didn't already tell you that. Anyhow, I was raised up in Fort Smith, and I got two dear friends over there, Bubba and Billy Bob. And I mean, tell you, they're good friends. But anyhow, Bubba and Billy Bob called me and told me about this story, and I had to write it down because it was such a long story. But Billy Bob called me and said that he and Bubba went to the Cock and Bull restaurant the other day, and just between me and you, the Cock and Bull really isn't a restaurant. It's more like a honky-tonk, but they do serve food. But they went in the restaurant, and they were sitting at the counter, you know, otherwise called the bar. And this lady was sitting at a table close by, and all of a sudden, Bubba noticed that she was coughing. And she just started acting up terrible, you know. And Bubba went over there, and he said, "Can you swallow?" And she shaked her head no. And he said, "Can you breathe?" And boy, she started turning purple and shook her head no. And Bubba, he stood her up and spun her around, and he pulled up her dress and pulled down her drawers, and he gave her a big lick with his tongue on her buttock. And she got so excited, I reckon the word is, she had violent spasms because he did that, and she that obstruction in her throat just come flying out of her mouth. And so Bubba, she started breathing okay, and so Bubba went back to the counter, and Billy Bob said, "You know, I've heard about that hind lick maneuver, but that's the first time I ever saw it." But I told Billy Bob I sure did appreciate him calling me and sharing that with me. Look here, if y'all have any questions, give me a holler. And if you go on Durham Humor, be sure to click I like and subscribe, because I like them blue ribbons and that bell, okay? Y'all have a good day, and let me know any questions you have. Bye-bye.